love to dive into this.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So thanks guys for tuning in. My name is Adam Nasir. I'm the founder and CEO of the Smarter Contact. Daniel, thanks for having me on. I'm just excited to present the software I spent my last couple of years passionately building, and we've really had amazing results for the users across the country that have not only tried it, but have also seen a lot of deal flow coming in. Some of the users are doing, 3 to 5 and even more deals per month. So it's been a pretty cool journey building this. It's definitely one of those things where we get so much word of mouth because the product works so well. So this, once obviously I'll demo as much as I can here, but it should be a pretty simple decision for anybody that's in real estate or considering real estate. It's the most effective and also the lowest cost tool for generating high quality leads. So I'm going to just dive right into it, Daniel, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it. Share your screen. Let's get into it.
All right. It says host disabled attendee screen sharing. So I might have to be upgraded to a panelist.
Let's see here. Let's see here. I just made you host. Try now.
All right, let's give it a shot. All right, cool.
Cool.
All right, good to go. All right, so the way that I build Smarter Contact, one of the things that is so unique about it is the interface. I mean, the interface is so clean, so easy to use, and obviously I'm the owner, but this is our users that say the same thing. It's very clean, it's very simple to use, it's very effective, and you have all types of different features here once you've kind of gone into the interface here. So generally, once you have a list, so ideally as a real estate investor, you're going to have a list of, let's say, 1,000 contacts. As you're sending them messages, this is where you're going to be following up with them. You're going to have all your contacts right here. You're going to have pages and pages of contacts. You're going to be able to scroll up and down and then send them a message right here from this dashboard. So here in this dashboard, you can see the contact's name, the last message they sent you, and also the ability to mark the contact to whatever you want. You have low, medium, high, nurture. Then you can also modify it. That's one of the cool things within the platform. It's very, very flexible. So if you wanted to change the names of any of the grades or anything within the CRM, you can do that. And to add, this isn't only just an SMS platform. Anybody can send a message. I'm sure there's probably a bunch of other guys that can send text messages, but this is an efficient CRM, which also doubles and allows you to track your leads all the way to close. So that's really the power here behind this. So here you can actually send a quick message. So let's say you had a conversation with somebody, you can just write them a quick chat right here in this area. So you can say, so you write a quick chat. We even built it with these different macros, so you can customize it and do quick responses, like canned responses. So if you're going through and you have a lot of conversations going at once, instead of having to type it, we've created some automation for you as well, which is really neat. Here you have just a conversation flow, and it shows all of your data about your customer. So you can input any of this data right here. First name, last name, address, bedroom, bathroom, I mean, all the relevant information. You can type in some notes. We really encourage you guys to type notes and take, just a good track of the lead. And then you have also a calendar where you can push the lead to a follow-up at a later time. Really cool tool that we built as well. So as you can see, it's pretty user-friendly. It's really efficient. And you won't get too bored using this because it's just really easy on the eye. It's super easy. The other thing is we built it with Google Street View and Zillow, as well as Podio integrations, as well as other CRMs. So we are actually finishing the API with other CRMs right now. So it has an API with pretty much any CRM that you have. So next, you have multiple ways to do this. And I'm not going to go overly in depth into the advanced side. I mean, I could talk for hours on all the advanced features that we have, but really kind of show you guys how a campaign is built, right? So when you build a campaign, you're going to name it. So, you know, what's a common list that somebody might have, Daniel? Absentee owner?
Yeah, let's go with absentee.
Okay. Absentee owner. So that's, for somebody that might not know, that's an owner who might not live at their property, but they own a piece of real estate. So you're going to send them a text. So here you have all the different lists that you can upload. So normally your list is going to have, you know, hundreds of contacts at a time, or more. So just here for this demo purposes, we're going to use a smaller list, and you can send them any message that you want. So for example, you can send them this message that says, "Hi," first name. So hi Daniel. I was in San Diego and I saw your property. Would you consider selling it? You know, and every person's going to get a unique text message. And the clever part about it is this software, what it does is it uses your local area code. So any market you're in, you can use your local area code to send them a text message. So they don't know that you just sent this out to 1,000 people. To them, they think that you're the normal investor down the street and you took the time to send them a quick and unique text message that was thoughtful. We have advanced training on this too. And one of the things with the platform is it's not only just an SMS platform, it's not only a CRM. We also train you on the techniques of how to craft your message. One thing that I'll give you guys a quick tip is really want to make sure that you're personal with your message. So then you want to come off like you're a local homeowner or a local landlord. That alone is going to generate a lot more feedback. So here you're going to upload your message. You have the ability to do some advanced scheduling. So if you wanted to go out at a later time, you can choose to do that. But for this example, we're not. Some static numbers, no, there's advanced features. We can go through some of the advanced stuff at a later time. Here we're going to click send. And to stay compliant with the TCPA regulations, we do require that you click through each message. So here you have this box here. You're going to click and send. And here it's set the campaign. The contacts just received the text messages. So now that you've done that, you're going to wait and wait for the responses to come in on the platform. So on the platform right here on this messenger page, you're going to get all the people responding back to you. You know, hey, yes, I'm interested. No, I'm not. Wrong number. You're going to get a whole bunch of responses. And the power of this software is your lead flow is insane. I mean, nothing is going to generate as many contacts back as somebody that texted you back. So that's going to be very powerful for you guys that are marketing, is really getting you in contact, building the rapport with that customer. And then once you've built the rapport through SMS, then you can go belly to belly with them. You can talk to them, you know, at their house, or you can just call them on the phone and try to create some additional rapport. Once the leads come in, I think I showed this earlier on, you can grade it to anything you want. So you can sort here by any grade you want, right? So low or medium. And then once I've sorted by low and medium, for example, let's say I want to sort by my highs. For this example, I'm going to select a grade. And then I'm going to sort by my highs. What I can do is I can export this data to my CRM. So let's say you're using, for example, Podio or any CRM, you can export it right out. Send it to a folder. You can create a custom folder here. And here you can create a custom folder. It'll push it out, or you can just simply drag and drop the contact right into this area. Pretty cool little extra features that we have that you can do. But really the purpose of this is that you can get your leads, know which ones need to be followed up with, know which ones are the highest priority so that you follow up with them. So you're always in contact with the people that you need to be in contact with. We also have some advanced functionality. So if you have more than one account, we have multi-user, so you can, as an admin, you can see which user is doing what. Pretty cool, pretty neat feature as well. Also, reporting. We have reporting on the stats of your campaign, what it's doing, how many messages you sent, your response rate. We're actually adding more and more to this as well. We also have the most advanced skip tracing service in the entire industry. One of the most amazing things about our skip tracing service is we actually tell you which numbers are landlines and which ones are mobile. This is the most powerful thing that we could possibly do. Not only is it the highest quality data on the market, but we're actually taking and separating your landlines out, and it's only putting in mobile data into the campaigns, into the list uploads. So here's the follow-up section we were mentioning. It looks kind of similar to Google Calendar, very similar, and we actually have an integration coming out with your Google Calendar. But here you can see all the follow-ups you have for the month. This is the one from earlier that we labeled as a high contact. We're just going to click this here, and it's going to pull up the lead. Now kind of going into the back-ended things. Let me show you guys a little bit on the phone setup side. The way the system works is you can purchase any area code in America, right? So if, let's say, for example, you are in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the area code there is 610. You'd want to buy an area code in that market. And that's going to be your primary number that you're going to use to send out text messages. That's the number you're going to use consistently to send out text messages. And depending on how big your list is, you can buy as many phone numbers in any market as you want. So we can buy phone numbers consistently so that it rotates. And the reason for rotating, for anybody that might not be too familiar, is because it gets past the carriers. For us to maintain this 99.6% delivery rate, we have by far the highest delivery rate in the industry. The reason we maintain that is because we have a very advanced number routing algorithm that nobody can even come close to. And what we do is we rotate through the numbers. We have a number pausing period, number burning period. We can speak more on the details of how that works, but essentially what it does is it gets through the carriers by using a finite number and having pause and rest periods of each number by not overusing it. So we have a very strong load balancing system. So once you've selected your phone numbers local to your area code you're going to be marketing in, you're going to select your actual phone number, or your maybe Google Voice or a call rail number where the calls will be coming in. So let's say, for example, Daniel, I sent you a text and I said, hey, I'm interested in buying your house, and then you call me, right? If you call me, then it should route to another number. So if you call this number, the smarter contact number, it'll actually forward to any number that I put right here. So it's a pretty cool feature. And then additional, we have a lot more other features we can talk about, but the mobile text alerts. So for example, let's say one of your hot leads messages you, you'll get a notification on your cell phone that somebody texted you. So some pretty cool features there. We have an API, full API built out with Podio. We have, we scrub your data against the National Do Not Call list, as well as Blacklist Alliance for litigators. So we do a full litigator scrub. We make sure all your lists are scrubbed against the litigator list, which is updated on a regular basis. We remove your duplicates for you. We have tons and tons of features that we can get into. I mean, your grades, all types of cool features we have there as well. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty thorough. I mean, in terms of deal tracking, we've really spent a lot of time on the design and the efficiency, and that's what's made people so much big fans of this platform.
Awesome, man. This is really cool. I got a couple questions. Maybe if you can show us real quick about, obviously you kind of briefly went over launching a campaign. So let's just go through a scenario, like as an example. Let's say I had my absentee list. Let's say there's like 5,000 contacts on this list. I imported it. Now, am I able to schedule it out to where there's like only 300 a day? What would be the best strategy with
Yeah.
a large list? And that, because I don't want to blast 5,000 people on the same day. I want to spread it out over the course of a month. What would be the best way to launch a campaign like that?
Great question. Yeah, awesome question. So if you go to campaign, right, and you're going to select your campaign, you can schedule it to go out at a certain time. All right, so I'm going to create a new one here. You can send it all at once, or you can have it go throttle. So this is a cool feature. Is let's say you have, like you mentioned, 5,000 phone numbers. You definitely don't want to send 5,000 all at one shot.
Definitely not. Nope. Definitely not.
No, that's the scatter shot approach. The shotgun approach we found just doesn't work as well as the local touch. That's going to generate a much better result. So do like, let's say 50 every 20 minutes or 30 minutes even. This is a manageable amount. Like this right here is a manageable amount. Or even let's say you do 30 every 20 minutes. So this is 30 separate leads that are going to go out every 20 minutes. And this is enough for you to build some kind of talk track with this customer. And it's not going to exceed that. It's not going to exceed that. So if you fill the hopper with 1,000 leads, it's just going to go 30 at a time. It's just like if you have like an assault rifle that goes on 3-round burst, it just, it's just taken out of the hopper. I guess like a paintball gun would be a better analogy. And then here, run for a set campaign. So yes, you're going to go between certain hours. What we find is really the best hours to text are usually between 11 to 7 p.m. Those are the most ideal times. You really don't want to be texting people in the middle of the night and late hours. So this feature sets it up so if it's going to go 30 every 20 minutes and it's 9 a.m., it's going to go till 5 in this example, and it's going to stop. And that's going to pick up the next day. So I hope that answers your question.
They answered it perfectly. Another question for you, going to where when the messages are coming in, I know before you kind of said there's a couple ways you can organize your messages. You got folders, you got tags. Walk us through, what do you think would be the best way to kind of organize, or what are different ways you can organize incoming messages so that way you really can stay organized, make sure you know which campaigns are, which leads came from which campaigns, and how to be more efficient in let's say my day-to-day task and concentrating on the top priority leads?
Great question. Yeah. We get this a lot. And I mean, out of the box, it comes, high, medium, low, nurture. But really the goal here is to customize it, right? So, you can change this to anything you want, right? So you can change this to hot lead,
maybe warm lead follow-up.
Yeah. Warm lead, yeah, it's probably a better one, yeah. Warm lead. And you can add as many as you want. So if you want to,
yeah, that's really awesome.
You can add in something like, so for example, we're going to add, so let's see, you want to add wrong number. So here you go. You've got all your classifications. These are the most common. You can actually go to 4 here. Some of these are overlapping a little bit. So it really just depends on how granular you really want to track everything. So like follow up might really be hot lead, so if you really want to just go to 4 or 3, you can. And basically once you have the drop down, there you go. It just looks like that.
Awesome. And then you're also able to create folders as we can see on the left side, correct?
Exactly, yeah. So in the folders, which is really cool, is you can create these and drag and drop everything right into it, right? So all the leads here, you can take and basically create a folder and drag and drop your leads. And the power of this, what we found, the reason for the folders and what our users are using it for the most is for cash buyers. I mean, nobody has a system for cash buyers. And this is really the power of this, is every wholesaler is like that. Half of the battle is getting your deal. I mean, that's pretty tough, is getting the deal. That's the challenge that we solve. But then if you're already paying for an SMS platform, text your deals out to your cash buyers. Don't send them an email. Email is starting to die out. And nobody's checking email, kind of like what people were doing with mail, actual mail, 10, 15 years ago. So yeah, this, you can actually take a lead and send it right from the folder. You can send a text right from the folder to all the contacts in this folder right here.
I see that's awesome. That's money right there. No other platform has that. So that's really awesome. I know people are going to love that.
I tried to go into the details. Like to the guy, anybody that's watching, like, this is something that I spent a lot of time. We spent a lot of time on the details here. Obviously, you can tell by the interface, but it's something that you're gonna find very easy to use. This isn't a cheaply made product. It really is attention to detail on all these little things. And this is the difference between maybe you doing 2 to 3, 6 deals a month, or maybe you're not doing any deals and you need to make your first couple deals a month. It's these kind of systems that make a big difference. That's what I found. And as an investor, I mean, I spent over 5 years or 6 years as an investor, over 500 plus properties I bought and sold. All that knowledge put into this as an investor, built by an investor, and I put it all into this. So you'll find that we're pretty helpful. The training that we have is out of this world, and our customer support team is amazing. So across the board, we're absolutely here to support you, and then also train you as you hop on our platform. As you jump on, we're showing you, we're guiding you, and getting professionals and a community of people to support you.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is gold right there. And then I have just one more question, is kind of maybe back over the follow-up. That's what's really great as well, that I feel like a lot of people, both real estate agents and real estate investors, just don't utilize when it comes to their leads or connections or conversations, is really the follow-up. A lot of people just are terrible at follow-up. Do you mind going a little bit more detail on kind of what you believe is a good strategy when it comes to follow-up with people coming into your system, whether they're hot, warm, or the conversation kind of died off?
Yeah, great question. So ideally, you want to follow up. I mean, just Daniel, I'm sure you probably preach this, but the deal isn't done on the first contact. It's always on that like 8th contact, 10th contact. With SMS, even more. You have to really build a relationship. So you just don't expect for somebody to say, "Yeah, I'm going to sell you my house at 80% off or something like on the first try." Nobody's that lucky. So just know that a person, you're going to have to create a rapport with them, and you're going to have to follow up with them 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 touches. And where we see the trends of people most successful, they're closing deals that they started contacting 3 months ago. So just know that you build a pipeline, you do all the contacting, and then over 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you're going to be flooded with deals. So you have to give it time for this to build the relationships, build the rapport, and then you're going to be flooded with contacts and people messaging you. So what we find is, regular touches, usually every 2 weeks, 2 weeks to 30 days, depending on the lead, depending on where they were. If they needed time, maybe it was a bad time for them. Depends on the scenario. So just know to follow up and mark it into your grade bucket that you can follow up here of, which ones. We also recommend good note taking. That is one of the most valuable things we could recommend to you. So one thing, it's a little ninja trick that we recommend. So if you have a conversation, timestamp it. Okay, July 20th, talked. Carlos, he had a family situation. Da, 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 da. Now you have some reference. So if you call Carlos back in 30 days, I mean, your memory is probably not going to remember exactly what happened, but now you've got some reference and say, hey, Carlos, hey, what did you end up taking care of that family scenario? Yeah, you know what? Thanks for asking. I really appreciate you remembering that, and now you've got some kind of rapport that you built with this client. So we definitely recommend, good note taking as you do that here.
Awesome. Yeah, that is so powerful. That's definitely something everybody needs to be implementing for sure on every single lead, no matter hot, warm, or even cold, I believe. Because you know what? They might be cold now, but they might be warm or hot, like you said, a few months down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, the situation changes. You never know. I mean, the situation might change. Maybe they need to sell, and maybe the best leads are the ones that kind of tell you to go away at first. Those end up being some of the best leads we found. And even in campaigns, we created it so you can do a lot of that cool stuff like exporting the data. So here you can export like your sent contacts, who you contacted, who you haven't sent yet, responded. So if they've responded to you or haven't responded to you, so it's pretty cool. Some additional features we've added in there as well.
That is awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for sharing all this great stuff. At the moment, like, is there anything we can look forward to? Anything you're kind of working on, or any kind of speak of what we can expect to come?
It's funny is it's what 8:30 p.m. I'm actually in my development team here in the office, and we are grinding nonstop here because we're doubling down on the product. Our customers have had so much success with it, and we're still so new. So it's pretty cool to see it. We're doubling down. We've got a lot of features coming out. So just stay tuned. I mean, in terms of the CRM, there's a lot. We have mobile app coming out. We've got a lot of stuff, and it's fun. We have a great culture here. It's a great product to get behind. So it's one of those products that's going to constantly have a great growth rate as well. So it's exciting for us, at least internally.
Nice. Well, I'm excited to what is to come. It's already an awesome tool, and I'm excited to see it keep getting better and better and better, especially for my own business and other investor colleagues around me as well too. Well, this is awesome, man. Thank you so much for taking the time and sharing this with us. And if you're most likely probably watching this on YouTube, the link below to check it out in the description. And you even have a 7-day trial. Is that correct?
Yep. You get a 7-day trial. And Daniel, what I'll do, you've just been a great supporter of our platform. So if they sign up and after the 7-day trial, if they still with us, and then I'll probably do this after the 7-day trial if they try it. But after the 7 days is up, just mention to our support team, that you came from this link here, and only from this link. If it came from anywhere else, it will not be tracked. Then we will add an additional $30 in SMS credits on top of the free messages that you get. So the 7-day trial, and then also mention that you came from Daniel, you get an additional $30. Like, you will not get that anywhere else. I mean, and please, you have to use this link, because if you go to Daniel, you won't know about it.
Man, that is generous of you. So if you're watching this, jump on it, because I don't know, just after these last couple of years, I'm a big believer in text message marketing. I haven't sent a mailer in forever. Like, this is the future. This is what gets responses right away. And this is what it actually brings in consistent leads. And that's what everybody needs, is a pipeline of consistent leads. So again, guys, click on the link below, try it out for 7 days. Definitely take up this offer from Adam, because that's huge. So again, Adam, thank you so much. And stay tuned, everybody. There's going to be more amazing content from Adam and myself on literally leveraging this tool. So thanks again.